happy, happy Tuesday. I don't think we have any songs that talk about Tuesday. Okay, club going up.
I don't know.
On a Tuesday, but anyway. Because I'm trying to find a song association.
I know that. Okay.
Yes, it's a Tuesday.
Club
Smell the
going on
coffee
a
going
Tuesday.
up on a Tuesday. We couldn't be more excited. You're joined by Diana Master and Aina Riza Quayo, the girls in pink and blue. How you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you doing?
I'm doing fantastic.
You look so pretty.
Oh,
Your
thank
face
you.
is giving. It's like,
oh my gosh,
well put
stop.
together.
Oh my gosh,
And
stop
all
it. You know I
those
like it. Stop it. You know I like it. And you're also giving with the natural hair.
Thank you.
I love, love, love. And the blue looks amazing.
Thank you.
Yes.
So today I'm a bit sad because musicians and artists keep resigning. I don't know whether they resign or they just go on these indefinite breaks. But what I do appreciate is an artist who tells their fans that, you know what, I'm going on a break. You know what, I've been going through a lot. This is what is happening. Because I just feel like an artist owes it to their fans. Because initially it's your artist and a little bit of your talent that makes you. Your talent can't solely make you a brand. And we can debate about this. Yes, your talent is a 20% of your success, but the fans, the people who support you, I think are in 80%, and that's why I kind of feel like you owe it to them to just communicate, especially if you have already made your business your supporters' business. I think you just owe it to them to be like, hey, you know, like Rihanna, you owed it to us to say, I'm leaving music, I'm not singing anymore.
Yeah.
Be honest, don't gaslight us and come to, oh, you know what, I might release something next year. Next year comes, oh, when did I say I'm releasing?
Yeah,
like,
things like that. Like it's kind of like, but you already knew that you didn't have
Yes.
any plans. Because you see, this is why I love K-pop. Because K-pop, as toxic as it may be, they do everything for their fans. Like, they live for their fans because they know that without their fans, they're nothing. So they do everything. That's why if the fans are like, you're not dating, they'd be like, okay, fine, I'm not dating. Because they know that without their fans, there's nothing.
Yeah.
Your fans are the ones that pay your bills, basically, because they're buying your concert tickets, they're buying your music, they're buying your merch, they're buying everything.
That's why I say your fans are 80%. We know a lot of people who aren't talented but way bigger than life because of their fans. It's not about your talent. I think it's about your community, your village that supports you. So today we will be discussing an artist who broke my heart today. After the break, you know, I'll just bring you that story.
You seem so
like,
sad.
I'm disheartened.
You are gutted.
Bucket.
You are gutted. You are gutted because how?
Cry because how?
How? But anyway, we'll be taking a quick ad break and getting into Aina's gutting story when we come back.
Neopaints has established a 67-year Namibian legacy, creating personalized paint solutions that blend quality and innovation for the Namibian people. We pride ourselves in being a 100% Namibian-owned company, investing in our country and our people by employing and empowering true Namibians. With every brushstroke, Neopaints commits to our quality guarantee and always delivering a coat of excellence. At Neopaints, we always stay true to our country. We are as Namibian as you.
eTicket, your online ticket solution for events and event marketing, bringing you ease of mind and making sure that your event gets out there. For more information, contact events@nhh.com.na.
Starting off our top stories, man wins case against ShopRite Checkers after he was fired for using a teaspoon of, guess what, sugar. ShopRite Checkers in Gqeberha in the Eastern Cape has been ordered to reinstate a man after he was dismissed for using a teaspoon of sugar belonging to the company. Godfrey Makaloi, who has been working for the supermarket as a baker since 1991, was dismissed for misconduct after he was accused of consumption of company stock. The retailer said that between October 17 until 2022, Makaloi used the company's sugar to make his tea or coffee. This is after the company claimed to have been experiencing loss of sugar in its bakery, and Makaloi was seen on CCTV stirring sugar into his hot drink in an area which was not designated for consumption of food or drink. The company concluded that the sugar came from their 25-kilogram canister in the bakery before he was shrinking the stock. Therefore, he was shrinking the stock. Makaloi admitted he was the person stirring the drink. However, he denied that the sugar came from the large bag of sugar used for baking goods for customers. The video footage never depicted where the offending sugar came from, but the bakery manager deduced that it came from the bakery bag. Makaloi was dismissed after a disciplinary hearing, and he referred an unfair dismissal dispute to the Commission for Conciliation, Mediation and Arbitration, CCMA. At the CCMA, the commissioner ruled that while the dismissal was procedurally fair, however, it was substantially unfair. Commissioner Zoliswa Thabo added the video evidence did not show Makaloi drinking from his mug, despite allegations that ShopRite store's grocery manager saying he had consumed the drink. The commissioner ordered the supermarket to reinstate Makaloi with 3 months and 2 weeks back pay effective from January 2023.
So where did the sugar, did he steal sugar?
That's what they're alleging. They're alleging that he took sugar from the company stock, sugar that they use in the bakery. So they're alleging that he took a teaspoon and put it in his coffee.
Is there video footage for this?
Video footage just shows him stirring his coffee. So that's why they were saying that they don't see where the sugar comes from.
So why are they then alleging that it's...
They're assuming it's... Because apparently company stock has been shrinking. So obviously it's... Imagine working there since 1991.
Just for you to be dismissed for sugar.
For not even a bag of... A teaspoon of sugar. It's given we needed a reason to fire you.
I think employers need to take care of their staff more. Like, I mean, if you have afforded your staff a tea break, I'm sure no one would steal sugar.
True.
Like, let the people go on a tea break. It's like, what, 30 minutes, 15 minutes. Let the people have coffee. Let the people be free to drink coffee in your presence or tea in your presence, so that they don't have to go sneak around, go and stay.
But what if I brought a little kabagi of mine with sugar from home?
Like, it's the fact that you don't have proof.
You don't have, because also it's kind of like, this man has been working there since 1991. It's not like he's a repeat offender. You know, you just assume that because the one time you saw him stirring sugar in his cup, that he's the one that's shrinking company stock. Like, guys, a teaspoon of sugar. No. But I'm glad that they ordered ShopRite Checkers to reinstate him.
Oh, nice.
Yes, the CCMA was like, you have to reinstate him and back pay.
But they are just going to victimize him. They must just back pay him, and he must find another jobs elsewhere.
There's that, but also...
Because now they are going to be like, yeah, but you took us to court, Mos. But you accused me.
Yeah.
But there will be the victim, we could have sorted it out. No, why didn't you open, the negotiations first or conversations first before you just...
Like, I had to take this measure.
Because of your action.
Exactly.
But people will always victimize him. They'll be like, he took this guy.
He thinks he's better than everyone.
Now we have to pay him double, but it's your fault. It's your fault. You could have done the right thing. But nonetheless, somebody who is doing the right thing for themselves is Adele. Adele is preparing us her fans for an upcoming long break from new music and performances. For the past few years, the singer has been busy performing for adoring crowds at her residency shows in the US and abroad. On the 31st of August, Adele wrapped up her Munich, Germany show and delivered an emotional speech to the audience about taking a much-needed break. In a video from her last show in Munich posted by fans on social media, the 36-year-old thanked her fans for coming to see her sing. This is what she said: "I'm not the most comfortable performer, but I know I am very good at it," she said. "And I have really enjoyed performing for nearly 3 now, which is the longest I have done and probably the longest I will ever do." Her Munich dates were supposed to mark her final performances of the year, but her Las Vegas residency shows were postponed earlier this year from March to November. She said, "I still have exactly 5 weeks of shows," Adele said on stage, "but after that I will not see you for an incredibly long time, and I will hold you dear in my heart for that whole length of my break, and I will fantasize about these shows and any shows that I have done over the last 3 years." She reiterated that her residency performances hold a special place in her heart. "It has been amazing. I just need a rest," she explained as the crowd cheered. "I have spent the last 7 years building a new life for myself, and I want to live it now." The Grammy winner then became emotional as she spoke about wanting to focus on her personal life. Adele has an 11-year-old son named Angelo. She has been rumored to be engaged to longtime love Rich Paul. "I'll miss you terribly," she told the crowd. Now, according to Today.com, they reached out to representative for Adele for comment. Adele previously spoke about taking some time away from music at the stage while speaking to the German outlet ZDF in July. "I don't have any plans for new music at all," she revealed at the time, according to a translation by Variety. "I want a big break after this, and I think I want to do other creative things just for a little while." Adele hasn't released new music since her 4th album titled 30, which arrived in November 2021.
Honestly speaking, good for her. If the rumors are true that she's engaged, obviously.
No, she is engaged. She said
yeah.
she is engaged.
Like, another source said that she wants to go and have another baby.
Oh, nice.
Yes, she says she wants to have another baby. She wants to really focus on, her life with her partner. And I'm like, you know what? I love that for you, because also people forget how exhausting, or people don't know how exhausting tours can be. It's me saying that like I've been on tour. Yeah. But anyway.
I mean, you would know.
From the documentaries that I've watched, it's like these shows are like 2 days apart.
Yeah.
So in the morning, you're doing rehearsals, costume fitting, mic checks, sound test, all of that. And then you perform. And
in
then
the evening, you're flying.
You're flying to another town,
city.
to another city. So it's really, really exhausting. And also having a child that's 11, you miss your child.
Yeah.
You tend to miss your baby. Like, yes, as moms are like, I need a break sometimes. But a break, and you're just constantly working. You don't actually get time for yourself. It becomes also monotonous. You know how we complain and say, yeah, it's the same routine every day. Wake up, go to work, come home, tomorrow wake up. For them, it's the same thing too. Because it's like wake up, makeup, hair and makeup, costume fitting, wardrobe, all of that, and then it's so routine. In the evening after my show, thank you everybody, I love you all so much. You give a speech. Now your managers, they're like, pack up, we need to go, we're flying. Same thing once you get to another city. Most of the time, they barely even get time to see the city.
They don't get time to see the city at all.
So I understand what she's saying. Good for her, man.
I just appreciate that she was honest. She was honest that she's not going to be releasing music for a long time, and now she's honest again to say, I'm going on an indefinite break.
Hiatus,
I'm not
yes.
saying I'm coming back next year because I might not. I'll just come back when I do come back.
Yes.
So if she might come back, she might not come back, and that's fine.
And that's fine, because again, we know. Because if you tell us, I'm coming back next year,
Then
bigger and better,
you make us hopeful.
then we have expectations. But if you
Yeah.
say it's an indefinite hiatus, also when she comes back, it'll be a surprise. It's like, but also don't say you're quitting, and then don't be like Nikki. Remember when Nikki was like, I'm retiring from the music industry, and then she
The
comes
dog, King Diddy.
But you said, we had prepared ourselves. We had made peace with that. But you know what? Like I said, it's needed, because sometimes even just for your mental health, these things take a toll on you. So kudos to her, man. And all the best with her and her partner and their family.
All the best. And after the break, we bring you an interview with Andrew from Jumper Namibia.
I'm sitting here with the man behind Jumper Namibia, Andrew. Good morning, Andrew. How are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
I would like to say that your company is revolutionizing the industry, because I don't think I've seen anybody else do what you guys do, but correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah, there are quite a few people.
Really? Or you guys are more visible?
I would say we are one of the pioneers.
Great. Now, Andrew, you and I, we have a relationship. We've known each other for what, maybe 10 plus years now?
Yeah,
Ever
it's
since
quite a
college
while.
days.
Yeah.
And it's great to see you,
Yep.
I guess it's great to see us still pushing the dream, still doing what we love.
Yeah.
Can you tell the viewers briefly how Jumper Namibia started? How did you come with the concept of it? And how did that start?
Okay. I have a background in graphic design. That's the first skill that I learned, and it was a thing of just attending a workshop hosted by NFC, and I got to learn about visual communication. And after that, I kept experimenting with videos where I told a story with my feet, coming from one place to another. And it made me realize that this is actually point of view perspective when I'm filming like this. So the idea of VR came about when I thought of the idea of taking my phone and having a Google Cardboard box and placing it in the box for one to be able to view in a more immersive perspective. And as I kept uploading these videos, I had this style of transition where one camera would be from one side, and when you pan it, it would be in another location. So that's how the concept of Jumper came about. Because
Jumper.
in 2000 there's a movie.
Yeah, I wanted to ask actually
Yeah.
about that. Is it from that movie? Yeah.
The idea of the
Jump. I
transition
saw how
to-
they used to. Yes, yes.
So-
That was actually one of my favorite movies at the time.
Yeah, it's a cool movie.
It is.
I should have a screening actually.
Yeah, we should actually.
Yeah. but just to talk about how we came about, it started like that, and because I already had a background in design, I just went ahead and designed the logo, which is now a 3-dimensional box. If you look at the logo, I just mixed all the skills that I had from graphic design to photography, videography, and offered that as a service as a company.
You connected the dots. That's
Yeah.
what Steve Jobs says.
Yeah.
We acquire different skills throughout our lifetime, and then one day it all makes
Yeah.
sense because it can create this
Yeah.
big different thing that
Exactly, it's like
nobody would have thought of.
Lego blocks to create your own structure.
Exactly. Can you, now that we are talking about, the VR aspect of it, 360 degrees,
Yeah.
can you tell us which industries have been showing interest in that? I know that I've seen some of your works.
Yeah.
I've seen you at the Mining Expo,
Yeah.
and I think I've seen you somewhere else, I think in the United Nations space.
Yep.
So what industries are interested in what you offer?
Well, the mining industry is a really organized industry, especially with security and just being in touch with where the world is moving and incorporating that with their works. That's where I find the most attention, but we're still discovering which industries are mostly interested in this concept, especially now with where the world is moving to. with AI being available to us now, people are more interested in digital transformation.
And it's a different experience as well, and it's a
Yeah.
different way of storytelling.
Yeah.
I think I've mentioned it before, but I did a play. I think you were there, right? You came to watch it.
Oh,
But
yeah.
we did, utilize VR glasses, and we had some scenes shot in that format, and it gave another experience to the viewer's experience
Oh, yeah.
of the play
Yeah.
and so forth.
Yeah.
So I think there's many sectors that can
Yeah,
benefit
there's
from
definitely
this.
a lot of sectors.
And
but,
there's ways you can.
yeah, so it depends on which industry you're in and where you want to focus. Like for example, us, we are more in the marketing side and try to incorporate technology that assists the client to market. And we find VR a more immersive experience. I wish we can have more technology where we can do that.
Speaking of technology, what are some of the technological or digital innovations that Jumper Namibia is currently busy with, or are those things on the hush-hush?
Well, we're trying to move with time because what I realized with, especially in Namibia, when we started Jumper and the whole idea for VR, it was at a very premature stage where people really didn't catch up to the idea. So we had to wait until this time where people are more informed about what VR is and more futuristic technologies. So in the future, we want to incorporate like stuff such as augmented reality, where you're able to use your phone. Like even when you look at TikTok or Instagram, those filters, those are augmented realities. So it's a thing of just looking at that and seeing what type of products or ideas we can incorporate for
Augmented realities.
marketing
I
purposes.
have no idea what that is. Wow,
Yep.
interesting. So
Yeah.
how do you guys plan to stay at the forefront of digital innovations? Is it because you're always looking 10 steps ahead or 10 years ahead, or how are you guys keeping up, with the times?
With me personally, I start with a mind, where your mindset is at, and then just looking at what you have at your disposal and using that's available to you. So in terms of where we are headed at or where we want to be, we just want to create, take things out of our minds and put it into reality.
Now, getting back to the creative space, I know that you have an internship program running at the company. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
So when we realized that there's a gap between the creative industry and the corporate industry, and people being challenged with understanding how the corporate industry works, made us start the internship program. And also just to provide opportunities. You don't find a lot of agencies providing internships, for example. And people in the creative industry need to know this knowledge. And that's why we're also looking into teaching people skills that we know by having workshops and just teaching where we can and assisting the economy to function better.
Yeah, and exactly. And we need to empower the youth to take our spaces, especially with
Yep.
where the future is going.
Yeah.
Speaking of the future, what do you foresee in terms of technology, in terms of the digital space,
Yep.
let's say 10, 20 years from now, just the industry itself? How is it going to look like?
I was reading an article the other day that spoke about where the world is moving to. And if you look at education, it's going to be more one-to-one education. So if you look at VR, you're going to be in one country where your teacher is in America, but you're in one virtual space. So it's not going to replace education, it's just going to assist education. So stuff like that is coming. And even if you look at AI, we have stuff like ChatGPT that can assist us with faster processes, like creating a business model within 5 minutes.
Yeah. It takes away, it takes away a lot of the back and forth,
Yeah, exactly.
It gets
Or
the
it's
first
gonna
draft
be
out
more
of the way.
automated
Yeah,
now, yeah.
it gets the first draft out of the way, and then
Yeah.
the rest you kind of fill in the blanks. What do you see in terms of the digital space in Namibia?
In Namibia,
Do you think we are getting there, or we're still behind? How are we?
I think we're getting there, and it just has to do with collaboration. I think we need to move away from being in our own bubbles and start collaborating.
I
So in order to move faster, we need to
I totally
collaborate.
agree with you.
Yeah.
I totally agree with you. Collaboration is the way forward. Now, before I let you go, how can our viewers get a hold of you in case they just, want to have a 360-degree film or something?
Oh, yeah. So for companies, if you want to get a hold of us, look for our social media pages, or you can just Google Jumper Namibia. You'll have a list of links that you can reach us out to. If you want to call me directly, it's 08169800693. But yeah, those are the main ways that clients can reach to us. But for the people who are inspired by what we do, just follow our social media pages and connect with us, and let's see how we can collaborate and create more and build our ecosystem.
Thank you so much.
Awesome.
All right, after the break, we take a look at more Smell the Coffee.
And that's a wrap for today's episode, but we'll be back again tomorrow, same time, same place. See you then.